Hello everyone, Leviathan here again. I just traveled with my dad going quite some distance down to Blacksmith Fork Canyon for the first time for the both of us because we share the same birthday, and since my dad would be absent during our birth week for his job, one of the things to do before he does it is to have a camping trip. And I hope things would work out, and I hope this is proper for everyone watching and such. As you could tell, there's a lot of varieties. You could probably hear like a river down there, which I try to get half a pint of straight because I was thirsty, but it ended up getting me exhausted from squatting for so long. And there's also this mountain range, which is quite surprising to me, to be honest. It feels a bit Lovecraftian, you know? And I apologize in advance if this seems boring. It's just, I am trying to make at least 10 minutes per each of the next couple of videos for my duration of me being here. And I just hope that things would work out for my podcast, because I'm making this video on behalf of an entire multiverse. And I apologize in advance, you know? Still in there, Dad?
Nope.
Please. Well, oh how daily life is since... Would it be a bad idea to tell them about how I came to be in terms of my life?
Sure.
As you can see, another thing that you might feel empathetic on my behalf is that I'm adopted because my biological mother was pregnant at 16, and after I was born, she gave me up to adoption because she wanted to give me a better life than the life that she was given by her mother. And she was also pregnant at 16 in terms of, you know, she didn't want me to spend my life in a daycare, so this was the alternative. I just hope that I'm not screwing this up with the camera and such, because I apologize in advance if I am.
And also, let me explain to your audience, after I get a mosquito bite on my forehead, that your birth parents didn't give you up. I don't really like it when people say it that way because it doesn't sound
Dignified?
you know what, whatever the word is, but I think what it is your birth parents and the adoption process starts with birth parents making a very special and deliberate decision. I can't even imagine how hard of a decision that it is, but they were very intentional about, I like to use the word placing for adoption. They chose us. They chose your adoptive parents. And so they made a decision to place you for adoption, not give you up. Does that make sense?
Yeah, supposedly.
I prefer that kind of word.
And because of how I turned out, I seem to be fine with adolescent choices sometimes, depending on the circumstances. Because what matters is that Cheryl and Christian gave me a chance to live this life, if any life. And that's what matters by default. And I just hope that I am making things work for this. As you can see, that's just the tent. No clue what's going on down there, but we all know that if we see a dark tunnel down some direction, you know something's hiding. That's just common knowledge. And it might sound stupid for me to bet that this might turn out like another Blair Witch. Certainly not going to be any Outwaters or anything. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you could look it up at any point that you feel like looking them up. It's all on you. It's your choice. You know what I'm saying? I apologize in advance.
Keep your camera pointing either at you or the scene.
I know, that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
As you can see here, we are directly underneath this earth-fasting giant, supposedly, which are giants that hibernate by becoming one with the earth. And if you look carefully at them, you could see humanoid or animal-like faces and features hidden in the rocks. Which, you know, through conceptual aspects, you might see new things about all this stuff. And let's hope there's no not deers or cocaine bears or anything like that, because dance with the devil, you go up in flames. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to make things work. Is there anything else you'd like to talk about, Dad?
Show me the river, my dude.
Okay, this is a better view of the river, just so you guys know. I am... Sorry, I'm trying to get my camera bag. I'll try my best not to get too close, because I can't risk any unneeded injuries. I tried to get half a pint from this water, but it was a bit of a struggle for me to try to figure out how to make it all work without getting drenched or injured. Because I've heard the stories. It's all a matter of perspective. Huh. Just so you know, this place is Blacksmith Fork Canyon. And some of you guys would like to visit this place at some point in your future, depending on circumstances, and it's all on you. If that makes any sense. Ah, crap. What else? What else? What else?
It's been about 10 minutes.
7 and 2 seconds. Well, I'm just trying to make it worth it for my audience. I'm doing as much as I can.
Plus, Mom said get you a pair, so we got you a pair.
Pears, okay.
Ready for a pair.
Yeah, it would be a laugh if Toby shows up. We can't risk getting broken necks or twisted spines or anything like that. You know?
Don't want to risk that, do we?
I'm used to it, you know? It's another Tuesday for me as a fictionologist. And that reminds me, I kind of relate to Dr. Richard Sanchez from Rick and Morty. We both have great knowledge, and we both have a hard time being trusted due to that great knowledge, and that's what I like about that show. It makes you think. It makes you consider, like, which is more important, ice cream or a peace treaty? From what I've heard, ice cream is more important. So I apologize for anyone who disapproves or anything. It's just what I've heard. I'm sorry. Which do you prefer, Dad? The best ice cream in existence or a peace treaty?
Let's go with the best ice cream in existence.
That's a good choice. Because you have to be selfish to want to start a peace treaty and just render the ice cream into garbage.
Yeah, and you're assuming that peace is even possible.
You know, if there's world peace, then humanity would be defenseless in case there's like an alien invasion, for example. They would literally be unable to protect themselves.
Are you looking at your screen?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm doing as much as I can to make this work. I'm sorry. Check what other stuff's in the van right now. I just hope I don't blow this. I'm zooming in just to see if you guys could see anything that I don't see. Because camera perspective and not natural perspective is two different things according to VHS 2. Because technology can detect things that normal senses can't, including the presence of unfinished business spirits, you know, ghosts and the like. Okay, there's at least 30 seconds left, which means I have to be done in at least 45 seconds, starting now. So, is there anything else you'd like to say to my audience and such, like in terms of social recognition?
Flashlights are very important when you're camping in the middle of nowhere. And this one does not work.
It should.
It worked just a minute ago, right?
Maybe it's a bit flimsy. Whatever. Well, I hope this is all worth it to you, because this will be my first video in the next rest of the day or so, because I'm trying to make this work and all. I apologize in advance for anything going out of place, you know. Sorry. Just sorry, this is my first time using this camera correctly. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your time. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and share if you want. It's all on you. And this also gives me Forest vibes from Markiplier, who's a famous YouTuber and such. Shoutouts to him, just as a semper paratus. I hope you guys have a fine rest of your time, and I hope that I have a decent 26th birthday, which my dad and I share. You know, as you probably know by now, I apologize. So, enjoy all your time, and until next time, I'll try to shut this off some way, somehow. Thank you in advance, and transmission.